these formalized these meetings.
Call to order regular common council meeting Monday, August 5th, 7:03 p.m. Roll call.
Rabel,
Here.
Crisanti,
Here.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Shaw, Paul Davis,
Here.
Burdick,
Sean and Burdick are both excused. Next item is pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, let's report the meeting notice.
The meeting notice was posted on Friday, August 2nd at the library, the city hall, the post office, and the website.
Council acceptance of agenda.
Motion to accept.
I'll second.
Motion in a second to accept the agenda. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Personal appearances for non-agenda items. Anyone that wishes to speak on the it's not on the agenda tonight? Okay. State your name and address for the record, please.
Good evening, I'm Scott Johnson. My address is North 3043 Haas Road, Jefferson, Wisconsin. I am a candidate for the State Assembly in the 43rd District. With the newly drawn maps, you are now in the 43rd District. I grew up on a large dairy farm this day down by Johnstown Center. I'm a graduate of Milton High School. I've served 15 years on the Fort Atkinson School Board. I still drive school bus. I still farm. On the 13th, there's a primary, and I'm seeking your support in that primary.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes.
Hi, I'm Brianne Brown, and I am the Democrat running for the 43rd District, different party. I am from Whitewater, Wisconsin. I'm on the Common Council, have been elected 3 times in my 3rd term. I'm also a professor at the university and a chronic disease scientist and grant writer. So I have a lot of, actually some of the research that I did was on tractor rollovers, and that's why we have roll bars on tractors now, was to prevent farmers from getting crushed by their tractors. So I do a lot of work in asbestosis, silicosis, lead poisoning, PFAS poisoning. I hope to be one of those people on the assembly who is bipartisan and can work with both sides. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I have a huge background in geopolitics as well as science and chronic disease science. I hope to be on the health or education committee. So a little bit about me in terms of what we do on city council. We are doing some of the same things that you are in terms of shared revenue, making sure we're not going to referendum all the time, whether it's the school district or the city. And during my tenure on the city council for the last 6 years, we managed to get a $6 million renovation for the library, a new amphitheater, new downtown facade grants, and the police department and fire and EMS have had raises, and including which the EMS and fire department is now part of the city. So we've actually managed to get them not just raises, but actually union jobs, essentially. So I think that's it. I will be here after the closed session, but I will also be here for the National Night Out tomorrow. So you can talk to me either way. Thanks.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Okay, we'll move on now to the minutes from July 15th.
The motion to approve the July 15th meeting minutes.
Outside.
Motion in a second to approve the minutes from July 15th. Any corrections or additions? Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item is to approve of the minutes from July 22nd, special council meeting.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion in a second to approve the special council meeting minutes. Any corrections or additions? Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. So the committee reports with finance and Candy.
Okay, finance met this evening at 6:31 to be exact. Motion to approve Pay request number 2 for BKS Construction for the Albion Street and Utility Improvement Project in the amount of $211,185.62.
Second.
Motion to pay request number 2 for BKS. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Andy Davis.
Yes.
Kribel?
Yes.
Chrisanti?
Yes.
Paul Davis?
Yeah.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve bills and payroll in the amount of $497,087.89.
I'll second.
Motion to second to pay the bills. Any questions on those bills? Hearing none, roll call.
Andy Davis.
Yes.
Kribel?
Yes.
Chrisanti?
Yes.
Paul Davis?
Yeah.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve event packet for Chili Mania and Country Edge with the following notations. Setup will be Thursday, September 5th. The Chili Mania event or organization will pay half of the police overtime. Ticket sales for alcohol will end at 11:30. And all alcohol sales and music must end at midnight.
I'll second.
That's, I think that's everything that we discussed.
Motion to second to approve the event packet for Chili Mania and Country Edge. Any discussion? Yeah, I've just got one thing, talking about the Thursday setup with the stage. You said afternoon.
It's been 2 o'clock, like last year was 2 o'clock, maybe the past 2 years.
We need that in this motion at all, or are we good with going to 2 o'clock?
I think later.
It used to be earlier and then we moved it later. And then, that's probably about what it's, I mean, maybe maybe we can kick it back another hour. But 2 o'clock is kind of pushing it because when the artist arrives, Friday morning,
Yeah.
right away, it's just gotta be ready to go for the stagehand to move in and that.
I would, yeah, I almost hate to set a time because who knows what could happen, but noting that as late as possible
But I
on
know,
Thursday.
They used to come in earlier in the morning and, I said, can we move it back? And then that's when they gave me like 2 o'clock. So the trucks, they come in, usually they came in a little early. They sit there, parked, and then when the 2 o'clock bell rings, they start setting up.
I know the comments were made to be afternoon. I was just thinking noon at the earliest time to drop it, so we have to start with it.
And there'll be access to Canal.
Correct.
There's no second stage. And the beer truck doesn't come in until one Friday morning, I think.
Correct. Yes.
Right.
So would you like me to amend the
I was just
motion?
thinking if, if there's other businesses that need that have access to the deliveries, at least they can tell the vendors that we got till noon.
We have till noon, okay, so, I'll amend my motion to include the trailer, stage, not to arrive prior to 12 noon, but as late in the day as possible.
And it can be, honestly, 2 o'clock is good,
Perfect.
I'll
I
second that
mean,
amendment.
I don't know when the deliveries come, but if it's,
But yeah, it sounds like the morning, but I think the whole intent of that is that the businesses could at least say that day, you have to have their deliveries before noon.
okay,
At least that gives them a little bit of flexibility,
yeah,
but we
Okay.
would prefer, they would prefer as late in the day as possible.
Dusty still has customers that are trying to get to his shop at that point as well, which tends to be overlooked.
But it sounds like the one street will be open, yes,
Canal, Canal Street, the rest of
Yeah.
Henry Street is all open, it's just the stage.
the state.
It's right where it is, they can park on either sides of it. There's no setup starts early morning on Friday.
Correct, so no fencing or barriers at all, just the sage delivery on Thursday.
Will, this Matthew Davidson, with Brand Communications, I got a chance to read some emails that he has sent some of the businesses. Is he gonna be involved again this year?
Yes,
Because it was, some of them weren't particularly helpful, to say the least.
I can speak to the source of some of the animosity. It was brought to my attention that there were a few of the attendees of our meeting last year, when we held a planning meeting with some of the Henry Street businesses, that were quite contentious. A few of them may have even been intoxicated, and so not our staff, but a few of the people who attended our meeting. So I think that there was some tension, that we have now, had to manage internally. And just, we have just different liaisons now. It really, all communication should be coming from the board of directors, all three of us, and then one other board member as well. We no longer will have any staff communicating aside from the board.
It feels like in kind of going through these communications that rather than kind of de-escalating it, it was being accelerated.
Absolutely, yes.
To me, not an acceptable way.
Yes, and that was not an authorized communication from the board.
Thank you.
Okay, this can be a friendly amendment, just add it to the original motion.
They just defined the afternoon, so that's perfect.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Andy Davis.
Yes.
Kribel.
Yes.
Kristanti.
Yes.
Paul Davis.
Yes. Motion passes.
Motion to approve a temporary Class B beer wine license for Chili Mania and Country Edge.
I'll step back.
Motion second for temporary Class B license. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Andy Davis.
Yes.
Kribel.
Yes.
Kristanti.
Yes.
Paul Davis.
Yes. Motion passes.
Motion to approve temporary Class B beer wine license for Knights of Columbus for the Edgerton Night Market for August 16th.
I'll second.
Motion second for temporary Class B beer wine license. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Andy Davis.
Yes.
Kribel.
Yes.
Kristanti.
Yes.
Paul Davis.
Abstain. Motion passes 3 with 1 abstention.
Okay. Motion to approve, hold on, I'm getting up here. There it is. Computer know-how out of Broadhead for the lowest cost, estimate for, contractor for IT services.
I'll second.
Motion second for contractor for IT services. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Andy Davis.
Yes.
Kribel.
Yes.
Kristanti.
Yes.
Paul Davis.
Yes. Motion passes.
Motion to approve mill and overlay bids for Elm High Drive to the lowest responsible bidder, which is Rock Road, in the amount of $73,873.29.
I'll second that.
Motion second to approve the bid from Mill and Overlay of Elmina Drive. Any discussion?
Yes, then this will be done before school starts. So we're pretty excited about that part.
Roll call.
Andy Davis.
Yes.
Kribel.
Yes.
Kristanti.
Yes.
Paul Davis.
Yes. Motion passes.
And that's it for finance.
Thank you. Fire district.
Yeah, for fire district, chief is here to give you a quick update. Our normal monthly board meeting, which was supposed to be, I think, this Thursday. So it's the second Thursday, and it's moved to Wednesday, August 21st. Due to some conflicts.
Yep.
So, chief,
It's summer in Wisconsin.
it's,
Board has a copy of the report. I'll leave the extras on the table. It was a month of records, for the month of July. Several records set in the Western Division, which is Edgerton and the surrounding townships, 122 911 incidents, for the month. That's an all-time record, dating back to, the start of the district. For the combined Lakeside Fire, 222, which is also a record, although that's only a 2-month or a 2-year record. First time ever in the Western Division, 100 EMS calls in a single month within the Western Division. So you can kind of see how the numbers all played out. Over on the right-hand side, you'd expect a lot of, multiple days. 23 or 22 days with simultaneous incidents. There were 2 days during the month of July where we had 3 incidents going within a single region. And unfortunately for the month of August, we've already had 2 in the month of August in the first 4 days. So continues. Edgerton also set a record, highest number of 911 calls in the city of Edgerton itself ever, 75 for the month. So you can kind of see how that breaks out. Fire prevention activity, inspections going well, staffing going well. Provided all the breakdown there for you. Personnel updates. Biggest thing there are the new interns. So the new first-year interns for the Western region started, and then the Eastern region provided additional funding. So we're starting an intern program a year ahead of time in the Eastern Division. So all 6 of those interns started. On the backside, the financials, as McCann probably briefed everybody, we've deliberately not backfilled several positions. So that's starting to help us bring the numbers down. Interesting thing, I provided the blue call outs in terms of, revenue per incident. We've been focused a lot at trying to drive the revenues up to try to get the pressure off the levy. And you can kind of see the increases that we're making and doing some pretty good things there. The transfer revenue will continue to go down because in essence, we are backing ourselves out of the non-profitable transfers that were happening. Transfers other than Edgerton Hospital pretty much were costing the district more money than they were making after Medicare stepped in and cut all the rates back. So we're basically getting ourselves out of that business so we stop losing money. Significant activities, you can kind of see that. I think we talked about several of those last month. Unfortunately, the gentleman that was involved in the motorcycle crash out on the interstate back in June did pass away from his injuries. Feel really bad about that for he and his family. The Milton propane incident, for those who don't know the background on that one, it was about a 10-hour incident. It had all the potential to become a CNN event. And so the crews did an absolutely amazing job preventing that from getting out of control in a very tenuous situation. It was interesting that candidate mentioned tractor rollovers. We did have a gentleman pinned by a tractor in Fulton, and then Janesville had kind of a bad day. So we were down there helping them with both the fire, and we took several EMS calls for them while they were tied up. Just getting ahead of the rumor mill, because it's always entertaining how the rumors play out. Members of the Cambridge Fire Commission did come down and meet with us and spent quite a few hours trying to understand. They are going through a very serious situation up there, and they're trying to figure out how to really get it, number one, get it under control and try to figure out how to fix it. So they came down and spent a lot of time talking with us about what works, what doesn't work, how you approach things and that kind of stuff. But I know as soon as somebody was seen at the headquarters building, that started all sorts of rumors, which are always there. We did have one of our grow our own candidates get his national registry certification as a paramedic. Really proud of Dex. And we've had 2 other of our grow our own candidates who have been accepted into paramedic school. So that is good. And then the design development phase of the stations project, which is the detailed room by room, wall by wall, door handle by door handle discussions. There are 4 months of those. We got the first month, 6 meetings done, so that's underway. Couple of things broke, a couple of things got fixed. Obviously looking forward to Chief Kowalski's, always very successful National Night Out, tomorrow night. I'll be out of town a couple of times for this. All I got.
Thank you, Chief. That's it for your district.
Thank you. New Development Authority. Did a little bit, didn't we? Some of them, closed session tonight. Like all of them, closed session tonight. Hopefully open session afterwards. Okay, Historic Preservation Commission.
Historic Preservation met Wednesday, July 31st at 5:34 PM. We did approve a certificate of appropriateness for the project at Children's High School. It's I know Ramona's got it, I think you guys may have it too, just their overall design for the thing. It really is fantastic, but we did approve that. Chris with Bob Hills was really helpful in kind of guiding us through that, but yeah, we got an approval from us. Went on to other things. That was it for Historic Preservation. Thank you.
And Commission. Okay, let's go to Mayor Alderperson and staff reports. Oh, we got a couple people who want to bring something up.
I just want to let everybody know that on August 15th, we will be having the citywide history hop. It's free, whether you jump on a bus or take a self-guided tour. Bus ride starts at 9:30, ends at the pond at lunchtime, and a little lunch is served. Otherwise, take it yourself, and you could get the information on it on the library's website.
Steve, I know your party was mentioned, but.
As Chief Pickering mentioned, tomorrow is National Night Out, starting at 5 o'clock at Racetrack Park. It should be a good time. There'll be free food. We got petting zoo, the tractor pool, at least 5 different police departments, the fire department, some old cars, face painting for the kids, jumpy house. So it'll be filled. We got more people this year than we've ever had, I think. Everybody shows up. So it'll be a good time. And my partner Wendy will be next to me. Also, as mentioned, we're kind of honoring Officer Capellan, our school resource officer, who, as everyone knows, has been sick. And so we'll have a table for the kids that they could color a little thank you to Officer Brody and leave him a little note. So it'll be something different this year. There'll be crayons for the kids, and we got all the coloring stuff ready for them. And Wendy's been such a huge help with this whole thing. She's been a great partner with me. So yeah, we'll have a special table just for the kids to color, and we'll make sure that Officer Brody gets all his stuff.
Right, thank you. I've got a few things. Anybody else have anything? As was mentioned earlier, election primary next Tuesday. And we have concerts in the park the next 2 Wednesday nights. Ladies Must Swing Wednesday, and the community band following Wednesday. And I've been asked to MC it, which I'm not good with that, but
Could be worse, could be karaoke, even they could have.
hopefully the weather's not hot. I can probably handle it then. And then Friday night market after the history hop on that Friday the 16th. So a lot of stuff going on the next 2 weeks to keep me busy, and maybe hit one of them hot dog stands that are available out there. And other than that, if somebody wants to make a motion to go into closed session.
I'm also going to close session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.851E, deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require closed session. Discuss and consider business park land sale, consider development agreement for 116 Fourth Street, and consider development agreement for 407 North Main Street.
I'll second.
Motion and a second to go in closed session. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Andy Davis.
Yes.
Shebel.
Yes.
Grisanti.
Yes.
Paul Davis.
Yeah. Motion passes. We are in closed session.
Yep.
Gonna be available tomorrow by phone.
Talk to you minutes.
More difficult.